In a world defined by speed, complexity, and constant change, the people who win aren't the ones who know the most. They're the ones who can learn the fastest. This is the rise of Agile learning. Not a technique, not a workshop, but a meta skill. The ability to absorb new information quickly, make sense of it deeply, and apply it flexibly when the pressure hits. Think about how Google hires. They're not looking just for experts. They're looking for what they call learning animals. People who can walk into an unfamiliar problem, ask the right questions, adapt immediately, and create solutions no one saw coming. And look at the global team behind the mRNA COVID vaccines. None of those breakthroughs came from sticking inside one lane of expertise. They happened because researchers pulled knowledge across immunology, nanotechnology, computational biology, and supply chain science. Expertise mattered, but agility mattered more. So what is Agile learning? It starts with understanding how learning actually works, not how we think it works. Great learners don't treat their brain like a browser they can search on demand. They treat it like a library they're constantly building. Every idea links to another. Every concept has a hook. That background knowledge becomes scaffolding, the structure that lets you understand the next thing faster. Agile learners embrace struggle. They choose strategies that feel harder: retrieval practice, spaced learning, interleaving, because the effort is exactly what strengthens memory and makes knowledge transferable. That friction isn't a bug, it's the fuel. And they manage cognitive load. Instead of overwhelming themselves with everything at once, they break learning into chunks, reduce noise, and focus attention where it matters most. This is how the brain converts overload into clarity. But agility isn't an accident, it's a system. Agile learners build routines. They self-assess constantly. What stuck? What didn't? Where did I lose momentum? That's metacognition, one of the strongest predictors of long-term mastery. They use retrieval practice because pulling information out of memory is 10 times more powerful than pushing more information in. They leverage spacing, revisiting material just as they're about to forget it, interrupting the forgetting curve so knowledge lasts. They interleave, mixing topics so the brain learns to flex knowledge across contexts, not just inside its comfort zones. And they practice deliberately, intentionally pushing into the edges of their ability with feedback, reflection, and iteration. This is the learning engine behind elite performers in every field. And today, Agile learners have a new accelerant: AI. Used well, AI becomes a sparring partner, challenging your assumptions, forcing you to explain your thinking, even helping you generate analogies that anchor new ideas to what you already know. Used poorly, it becomes cognitive junk food, something you offload your thinking to, short-circuiting the struggle that builds durable knowledge. Agile learners use AI to elevate their thinking, not to avoid it. Finally, Agile learning isn't just personal, it's organizational. Companies that outperform aren't know-it-all cultures. They're learn-it-all cultures. They have psychological safety, where people can ask naive questions, experiment, make smart mistakes, and get rapid feedback without fear. They decentralize knowledge, empowering people at every layer to learn, decide, and act quickly rather than bottlenecking information at the top. Organizations built on Agile learning become resilient, adaptive, and almost impossible to disrupt. So here's the bottom line. In a world where everything is changing faster than ever, Agile learning is the most important competitive advantage you can build. It's the meta skill that powers every other skill. Don't just upgrade what you know, upgrade how you learn. Because the people and organizations who outlearn are the ones who ultimately outperform.